Hi, everybody. Well, actually, hi, nobody. I just went live really quickly. I didn't put out any warning. I just want to talk about dropping out of the race. And just like we predicted, they said it was supposed to happen on Sunday, and it has happened. He just announced 15 minutes ago that he will no longer be in the race. I'm making a thumbnail right now while I wait for Perry to jump on. Lots going on today, peeps. Lots going on. Okay, so yeah, it's official. He's done. He is not going to be our next president. So the rumors are that Kamala Harris is supposed to step up to the plate. I'm making a thumbnail really quick while I talk to you guys, waiting for Perry to come up. I will not show my face. When I tell you I will sleep, I will sleep. I mean, I will scare everybody. I just jumped on. We need to talk about this because it's the first time it's ever happened. I feel that the president has dementia. I think that Obama and Nancy Pelosi, who spearheaded this campaign, realized that they just couldn't do it. They had to stop. I'm hold on, you guys. I'm putting up my thumbnail really quick. It just wasn't going to work. He has Alzheimer's. I hear the rumors that what's his name? President Reagan had Alzheimer's in his final years, and Nancy basically ran the company. I believe that, but this was a completely different situation. Joe is just not fit. Even though I'm a Democrat, don't get me wrong, okay? I am a Democrat, and I would have voted for him. I vote for policies. I don't vote on who I think has the best personality. I vote on policies. And so I was going to vote for him no matter what. I'm a bedwetting liberal, but he just couldn't do it. I'm sorry. He just couldn't do it. And so a lot of the Dems are saying, there's a section of the Dems that say this is the right way to go. President Obama and Nancy Pelosi are both in that boat. They both feel that this was the best thing for the country. Others say it's too late. It's too little time. That you could count on his handlers and things. No, he could not be president, in my opinion. He just can't. I'm sorry. I'm waiting for Perry. See what you guys think. President Biden fought a good fight. He did. His accomplishments will go down in history. It will. And we appreciate what he did. We really do. But this election is so important that I feel bad, but we had to do it. I feel bad because on a personal level, it feels like we're turning our backs on him, but he just can't do it. He is 81 years old, people, 81. There needs to be a limit terms of age groups for those running the country. There really should. So while we're waiting on Perry, let me see if I can find the CNN or something live. Hold on. Let me go over to CNN. Breaking news. Oh, look at him. Oh, look at the picture they got up for him, guys. Biden will not seek re-election, endorses Harris. So Kamala Harris, oh my gosh. Now, here's the problem I had with Kamala. Hold on. Let me put this stuff up. You guys know I love a good picture. Kamala Harris does not have all of the backing from all Democrats. A lot of them felt it should have been, what's his name? Oh, something Navin. Oh my God, I can't think of his name. Newsom. Gavin Newsom. That's his name. I'll put his picture up in a minute. But so she doesn't have the backing, but she's got the blessing, and that's all that counts. So congratulations, Kamala Harris. This is going to be different. I like her as a person. I don't feel that she's ready to be a president. I am a Black woman, and I feel bad saying that about another Black woman, but I'm willing to give her a try. I'm willing to give her a try. Trump is 78. Yeah. I don't know where. Get over it, Sherelle. I know. I'm willing to give her a try. So I do like her as a person. She's AKA, and she went to Howard University. We'll see what happens. And maybe now that she has the backing, hopefully the other Dems will get behind her and support her. Now I'm getting emotional because she will be our first female Black president. Jeez, I'm coming to tears. Well, girl, you got a shot. We need to keep our democracy. We really, really do. Perry, okay. I can't find it live, babe. Can you come on, see so I can go try to find it live? Yeah, I just want to hear something in live. Let me go to Fox News. Okay. You guys, this is just on a whim. I was asleep. My son woke me up, told me to go live. Hi, Bobo. You probably were talking to Perry when the news came out. Trump is already spewing insults towards Biden. Really? Oh, no. Come on, Trump. He's not running. Let him go out with a little dignity and a little respect. Hi, Sean. It's not going to happen with Kamala. Well, that's what I thought. She doesn't have the backing, but President Obama is behind her, Nancy Pelosi, and all the bigwigs. So she's going to run. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, guys. I forgot to send Perry the link. This is history making. This is unbelievable. I mean, oh my gosh. Lots going on today. A lot. And we're all going to talk about this as adults because, I don't want anybody disrespecting Biden. Yes, he does, in my opinion, have first stage of dementia, but he did the best he can do. And nobody on this planet predicts getting dementia. Nobody. So let's just let him leave with respect and dignity. Kamala has 4 years as VP. She knows the plan. She can do it. I'm praying that she can do it. I'm standing behind her. Perry, I cannot show my face today. I just woke up.
I know you fine. You fine.
But I'm trying. You talk about your thoughts, and I'm going to see if I can find some live footage here.
Well, yeah, okay. But look, this is my thought about this whole thing.
Hold on a second, Perry.
Okay.
There's a letter. Okay, so my mom just sent me a letter. Perry, I'm going to send you this letter. It's written so small. Can you read this for me? I can't see shit. There.
You sent it to text or what?
Huh? This is Joe Biden's official statement. I could try to
send it to me.
Yeah, your text messages.
Oh.
And while you do that, while you read this message, I'm going to try to see if there's going to be a formal statement or anything like that.
I haven't received anything yet.
You haven't? Let me try it again. This time I'm going to send it to your
email or something?
Email. Yeah, let me try to send it to your email. Oh, wow. She said, here's audio. All right. Hold on, Perry. Let me send this to you really quick. Okay. Hold on, guys. There's audio that my mother just sent me.
Wow. I mean, yeah, this is a trip.
Okay, Perry. It won't go to your... Okay. There. Tell me if you get it now. Let me play this audio my mom just sent.
Okay.
Okay. I'll see if
use a copy of the letter.
Oh, she just said it's a copy of the letter. Did you get the letter yet, Perry?
No, not yet.
You didn't get it?
Not even to my email. Let me see. Oh, I got something right now.
Okay, good. Someone says November rain. That's so pretty.
Blank. Oh. Hold on. No subject, no content.
What?
I think, well,
Look on your phone then.
okay. I think I found something.
I'm going to go to the internet.
Okay.
Here's the letter. Here's the letter. I
Oh,
got
yeah,
it.
you said this shit is small as hell.
It's small. Y'all know I cannot see.
And then I got to keep squeezing my phone, you know what I'm saying, to spread it out to see it.
Okay, you guys, this is the official letter from the Biden camp. And it says, and hopefully I can see it too. It says, my fellow Americans, over the past 3.5 years, we have made great progress as a nation. Today, America has the strongest economy in the world. We made historic investments in rebuilding our nation, in lowering prescription drug costs. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger. Lowering prescription drug costs for seniors and expanding affordable health care to a record number of Americans. We provided critical needed care to millions of veterans exposed to toxic substances. That's, you got to talk about that later, Perry. Talk about your brother. Passed the first gun safety. I just said it. Passed the first gun safety law in 30 years, appointed the first African-American woman to the Supreme Court, and passed the most significant climate legislation in the history of the world. America has never been better positioned to lead than we are today. I know none of this could have happened without you, the American people. Together, we overcame a once-in-a-century pandemic and the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. We've protected and preserved our democracy, and we've revitalized and strengthened our alliances around the world. It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as president. And while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and country for me to stand down and focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president of the remainder of my term. I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision. For now, let me express my deepest gratitude to all of those who have worked so hard for me, re-elected. I want to thank Vice President Kamala Harris for being an extraordinary partner in all of this. And let me express my heartfelt appreciation to the American people for the faith and trust you have placed in me. I believe today what I always have, that there is nothing America can't do. When we do it together, we just have to remember we are the United States of America. I'm almost in tears because let me tell you why. He did the right thing, and that's hard to do.
Right.
He did the right thing.
Yeah.
And this had to be hurtful, even though he can't remember everything. He knows what's happening, and he didn't let pride get in his way, and he did what we have to do. I feel like crying because he's probably devastated. But you have a great legacy, President Joe Biden, and you did the best you can do. And what happened to you can happen to any of us. Hi, Bonji.
Hey, Sherelle, where's your mic at?
Right here. You can't hear me?
Okay, well, yeah, maybe my speaker could be down. Maybe Damien could have been messing with my computer. Hold on.
Yeah. Could Trump and JD Dunce give us our first woman president? I mean, that's what it looks like is about to go down. That would be so satisfyingly ironic. What RNC convention? Harris for 2024. Okay, I'm going to say this. This is how I feel. Please don't get mad at me with my politics. I feel that a big portion of the Democratic Party doesn't want Kamala Harris to be president. So I feel like she doesn't have the backing. But I stand with Kamala.
Right.
I stand with her. And she has my 100% and 10% commitment, and let's get her a chance to be, I feel like I'm gonna cry, the first woman, African American president. We never had a woman. This is crazy.
I mean, that's the thing. Now he endorsed it, but I think they got to go to the convention, and then I think they got to push it forward, right? And I think what's going on is a lot of people, because remember when Biden first came on, he was saying, "Hey, I'm just gonna run for 4 years. That's it." Then he's gonna pass the torch. So a lot of people could have been wanting to go for it, but they set back, and now they think it's their chance. And I don't think a lot of people and Congress and maybe some senators too, right? Like behind the doors, don't really want Kamala Harris to,
They don't. That's why I just thought it would
be that,
never
right?
happen.
So that's going to be the problem, and it's just weird. It's just weird how they, whether you Democrat, Republican, politics is politics. You know what I'm saying? Like, because nobody really liked Joe like that when he ran, but they just picked him because he.
No.
Well, no. Okay, no. I'm saying liked him to the point like you can respect him, but it's things he don't did. It's things Kamala Harris people gonna throw out that she did that hurt black people or whatever, right? But what I'm saying, I think at the time when you going against somebody like that, like say a racist, in my opinion, like Donald Trump, you just want somebody to be able to beat them. You don't care who the candidate is. But in this year, I feel like Biden, if whatever's going on with him, it's like he just losing his words. He's not the right messenger to go out and attack Trump for the things and portray Trump the way he is. You can't let Trump just run wild on you. You got to throw all his dirt out and tell the American people why he shouldn't be the next president. I think Kamala Harris can do it, but it's a whole messy thing. But if they're just going to make a change, I think right now you get to go ahead and do it because you got to go out there and campaign and you got to be able to break Trump down. But the problem I think the Democrats might have is some of them got different agendas. We might be saying Kamala Harris. They might be wanting to try to put some other people in.
Let's hear what they have to say. Can you hear that?
Real time, just like us. I want
if you can turn it up.
Speaker Mike Johnson saying this at this unprecedented juncture in American history must be clear about what just happened. The Democratic Party forced the Democratic nominee off the ballot just over 100 days before the election, of course, saying having invalidated the votes of more than 14 million Americans who selected Joe Biden. So this coming in there from the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, talking about this here on Live Now from Fox. And this is some big news, the reaction from both Trump, Speaker Johnson, who was a key figure at the RNC as well. And maybe what are the Republicans looking at in terms of this, Brian? What are they saying right now? I know Trump is coming out and saying Joe was unfit, and this is maybe the best part for them. But what are they looking at, and maybe how uncertain is it for them as well?
Well, it's uncharted water, and so we're going to have to see how this plays out. The former president, Donald Trump, has said he thinks it'll be an easier path to beat Kamala Harris than Joe Biden. It's a we'll see. It's one of those things where, all of these players are really well known. So this isn't a matter of if it's Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. These are players that are well known to the American public. What we don't know is whether the Dems take a decision to dump that ticket entirely and find two new Dems to run as president and vice president. That's within the realm of possibility. They just because the president has endorsed his vice president, which is automatic or nearly automatic. I mean, loyalty is loyalty. Doesn't mean that the rank and file of the Democrat Party thinks that that's the proper person to select to go forward.
Yeah, but Brian, I think it's safe to say, Trump wanted to run against Biden here, and Republicans want to run against Biden. And so, I'm struck by the fact we're talking about November, but for Democrats, the next week, the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, month looks so uncertain and so chaotic here. Remember, we were talking last week that at the urging of Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries and Jamie Harrison there at the DNC. They wanted the virtual roll call at the DNC to be pushed into August. It was reported to be happening next week, and maybe that was some type of delay tactic here. But to
Perry, I'm going to go brush my hair. I'll be right back.
Okay.
your point, Brian, we are in uncharted territory, just going for not just November, but going into August for the Democratic National Convention. You know, yes, Biden has endorsed Vice President Harris to succeed him there as the nominee here. And we have some of this reporting some of these details that, from what I understand, and according to campaign finance law, the funds super PACs and the DNC and the party have raised to support Biden as the nominee kind of transfer to Harris when she gets all the delegates there at the convention here. But all of this is very technical. We don't know how it's going to look like there in Chicago as well, Brian. But what are you hearing? What are you anticipating that this is going to look like in August with Democrats at the convention in Chicago?
Well, again, I don't think they have the luxury of waiting until Chicago to figure this out. I think they've got to have a game plan together in the next 7 to 10 days, maybe even sooner, as to how they're going to move forward as a party. And it's got to be a unified approach. And so that's the challenge for Dems starting today. And the transfer of money is a legal thing that needs to be solved. The lawyers have to be working on that. The transfer of delegates, all of it is subject to law within the Democrat Party and lawyers looking at it. And so, you know, under the heading of more to come, there's more to come.
Yeah, more to come, a lot more to come. Just like you heard there from Speaker Johnson, just over 100 days until that November 5th date. And we're going to have a lot of ground to cover in terms of that. All right, Brian Sobel, thank you so much for joining us here on Live Now from Fox. A big news, a big day. Thank you for breaking it all down here on Live Now.
My pleasure. Have a good afternoon, guys.
All right, thank you so much. All right, a live picture right now. They're at the White House. Of course, President Biden not at that location. He is instead in Delaware, still at this time recovering from that positive COVID diagnosis as well. So we're going to continue on here on Live Now from Fox as we bring in other different guests here to discuss the latest. But Kraft, let me bring you in here one more time as we're just discussing this. We're just discussing with Brian, so what was the biggest takeaway you had from him, and maybe how uncharted is it, and maybe how chaotic might the next few weeks be for the Democrats?
Well, I wanted right now for the viewer outline the next steps and outline what happens at the convention, outline what happens with Democratic donor money. We got the report in just yesterday that right now the Trump campaign is outpacing and out fundraising the Biden campaign. We now know the Trump campaign has more cash on hand as of early July. So I want to just outline this for the viewers. So this is what would happen on the nomination process now that Biden has stepped aside here. So, you know, as of mere hours ago, Biden was the presumptive Democratic nominee because he had secured a majority of party delegates awarded after primary elections this year. So now that Biden has withdrew, his delegates are no longer pledged to him. Any eligible candidate can now run for the nomination. Of course, we know Biden has endorsed Vice President Harris. We have also heard names like California Governor Gavin Newsom, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer. They're often mentioned as well. Now, Biden has endorsed Harris. That person, Harris, of course, has a clear advantage now as well. Candidates must receive signatures from at least 300 delegates to become a candidate. A maximum of 50 can come from each delegation. To win the nomination, a candidate must receive the vote of a majority of pledged delegates at the party's roll call vote. That's 1,976 or more. So there's a lot of math at play.
Sherelle?
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. So they just said that the money for Biden will go to
Is your soundboard on, Sherelle?
yeah, you can't hear me?
It sound for some reason like echoey, like, but okay.
Hold on.
I was make sure your soundboard wasn't on.
Is that better?
Go ahead and talk.
Can you
I
hear
can
me?
hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. That's better.
That's better. Okay, I'm going to drop the link just in case people want to talk. Okay, so all of the money that was raised for the Biden campaign will be going to Kamala. And the reason, I don't think Kamala has the votes, but we need to stick behind her. She didn't do anything wrong. What happened to Joe was just a bad streak of luck. We need to stand behind her. Fast and pray, family. Turn up in fasting and prayer. These days are evil. God bless. God loves you. We're about to go through a lot. We're about to go through a lot because she is not favored in the Democratic Party.
And Sherelle, I'll say this though, right? Before we get into it, like,
what is that? Oh, Beatrice, you have your television
Yeah,
on.
I'm gonna turn it down.
okay.
So,
No,
someone
but
keeps
Sherelle,
telling me to hike over to Roland. So when I went to Roland, he was waiting for the president to come out. So I will be checking on Roland Martin. Go ahead, Perry.
No, I'm saying that now, even though he endorsed her, but when they go to the convention, they can decide to put 2 new candidates in there.
I know.
And I think that's why, like I said, whether Democrat, Republican, it's still politics. You get some people, you vote for it just because they can fight for some of the things you want.
Right.
Over the other party, right? But so it's still gonna be a mess there. And then my biggest thing is, and my worry is, if a black man could just, win presidency for a black woman, and we know, let's keep it real, it runs deep in America.
Right. This is what Dearby Diva Empowerment says. She says, Sherelle, please stop saying she doesn't have the votes. We have the people voted her in as vice president and they won. So please stop putting that out in the universe. I will stop putting that out in the universe. I said it once. Yeah, go ahead, Beatrice, sound off.
I totally agree with what the girl just said. You do that a lot on certain things. But I think that if you wouldn't put it out there like that, it just sounds so bad. But I know you don't mean it like that. I know you do both sides.
Yeah.
But I know you don't mean it like that. But it sounds, because I'm going to tell you, they don't want Kamala in there either. They rather Biden win, come up there in a coma in a wheelchair before a black lady, But I'm voting. There are people in the in the chat saying Kamala won't win. I'm afraid she won't do this. I'm gonna write in Biden. Why? Vote Kamala, whoever is running on the top of the ticket. It's imperative that we do this. If Trump get office, we can forget it. I'm gonna tell you now, we can forget it. I heard a black guy yesterday on YouTube. I don't know who he was. He talked about Biden and Kamala so bad. And all the white people was like, I ain't disrespecting nobody. I'm sorry. They was like, yeah, we don't want them in there. Trump 24. They ain't got common sense. They forgetting about God. They forgetting about, and I just want to say one more thing, Perry. I sure appreciate you too. Because you and Sherelle, I hear you talk about y'all. I just want to cry. You are so giving. But you are so giving. For you to sit up there, you said this a while back, a year or so ago, for you to sit up there and say, you don't care about you care about yourself, but you thinking about other people. So that's why you're not going to vote. That's very selfless. And you don't know how that made me feel. I mean, I really do appreciate that. And that's the way people should be, because we got to die. And if y'all want to follow Trump to hell, no, I'm not saying y'all, I'm talking about anybody who vote for him. That's fine. Because it's hard to get in hell. You turning like a rotisserie chicken. You want to die and can't. Go ahead and follow him. That's all I got to say. And you can drop me.
Oh, okay. I'll drop it. Thank you, Beatrice, for speaking your mind. We appreciate it.
Emmanuel. Love you guys.
Love you
hey
too.
guys.
Emmanuel, sound off. This is a lot.
Okay, here's the thing, you guys. This needed to happen. It needed to happen. Because I know you love him, Sherelle, but the reality is Joe Biden wasn't going to get the votes. He really wasn't. especially, and I come at this as someone who's 21. There's going to be about 41 million new voters that are Gen Z. And the reality is, the majority of Gen Zers were not energized by Biden due to some of his policies of the past that are not the best. However, with Kamala Harris, I endorse her, I support her, and we got to get together and we got to make sure that she wins. Now, is this a racist country? Yes. Is it a sexist country? It is, because Trump beat Hillary Clinton. So all those people that didn't go out and voted in 2016 who stayed at home, we got to make sure that they come out. If everyone comes out and doesn't stay home and votes for Kamala Harris, I believe we can win.
Well,
But you got to
let
go and
let
vote.
me ask you this, Emmanuel. It's no secret Kamala is not the Dems' pick. Will they stand behind her? Because we don't have a lot of time.
They have to. They have to stand behind Kamala, because you're right. We don't got time. If they introduce a new candidate, it's going to be chaos. And I've talked to some people and they have told me that Black women will not be okay with Kamala being overlooked, because it's disrespectful, because she's ready. She's been the VP for 3.5 years now. So we got to make sure that she wins. Let me tell you something. These white people, they don't want her to win. They don't want a woman, much less a woman of color. So let me ask y'all this, though. How would y'all feel? I'm just going to put it out there. How would y'all feel if Biden resigns?
He has resigned.
No, not from the candidacy, from the presidency, and makes Kamala the 47th president.
Oh, that's a very
That
good
would-
option. That might happen. Then we have to stand behind the Democratic
The president.
nomination.
Yep.
And I feel like because she has Obama and Nancy Pelosi behind her,
Yes.
gonna get it. Now, it would have been harder, but Obama has a strong network. And so and maybe she can bring, what's his name, Newsom Gavin. That's the name I keep hearing over and over, because they feel that he's ready. Maybe she can bring him on the ticket. We just gotta win.
Yeah, I don't know. We need to
Can I
win.
go?
Go ahead, Devanji.
First of all, I would love Gavin Newsom, but there are two issues. Kamala is from California. He's from California. Usually, whoever is at the top of the ticket chooses somebody from a different part of the country, so they balance out the ticket. Secondly,
Hold on 1 second, Bonji. You guys know I don't have moderators, but I don't need moderators. People are allowed to feel about however they feel about their politics. So if you're supporting Trump, I really don't care. So you're allowed to say it in the chat. Go ahead, Bonji.
and then the second thing is Gavin Newsom has been at the forefront of LGBTQ rights, especially trans issues involving children. And that would be an issue for a good part of the United States. Um, Kamala was my choice during the primary in 2016. This is the challenge that she faced when she became vice president after the administration started. Strategically, they did not give her what do they call it, a portfolio that helped show her strengths. If you remember, she was given immigration, which is an issue we've been trying to solve for decades. But I believe she can do the job. The other option um, is so bad and would be so bad for more than, I would say, maybe 50% of the country because of all the changes that they want to do. All I tell anybody who is doubting is just look up Project 2025. And if that's what you believe you want for your life, well, good luck. I would have voted for Biden even if he had been on a ventilator going doot, 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 because I am not voting for anybody from the other side. And it's important, vote the top of the ticket, but vote your home state, local people too. Because if miraculously the Dems get in and codify Roe v. Wade, your state is going to decide a lot when it comes to women's issues.
Let me do something here. You don't have to answer this question, Emmanuel, but we do have an immigration problem. Do you acknowledge that, Emmanuel?
Yes. Hmm.
What do you think we should do about it? Because a lot of these people are my friends, and they're humans, and sending the military after them, that's a bit extreme. What do you think we should do, though?
Let me tell you something. When I was watching the Republican National Convention and I saw that these people had signs that said mass deportations
Yep.
now,
Yep.
that was very alarming.
Mhm.
The plan that these radical conservatives on Project 2025 want to do with immigrants is very radical and it's very dangerous. And to be honest, it doesn't benefit anyone. It doesn't benefit the immigrants. It doesn't benefit the economy. It doesn't benefit the country because it just doesn't. So we do need immigration reform. And I agree with Bonji. Putting Kamala in charge of immigration they were kind of setting her up to fail because you're not going to solve it just like that.
Mhm.
We've been trying to solve this since the 1980s. But I don't think the solution is go shoot them at the border and all these radical things.
Is it say Pep? Can you turn your television down, please?
Can I say one more thing, Cheryl, on that
Please.
question that you asked, and then you can drop me.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm an immigrant. I came here though as a student
Mhm.
and went through
My
the process
television isn't up.
to
Oh, okay.
She
to
may have a
become
browser open.
Hold on
to
one second, Brown G. Make sure you close all your bound tabs, please. Okay, go ahead, Bonji. So you're an immigrant. I forget all about that. What country are you from?
Zimbabwe.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay, go ahead.
And went through the process, the legal process to become a naturalized citizen.
Mhm.
People choose to come to this country not because they want to break the law.
Mhm.
We've gotten to a point as a country where the label that was put on undocumented immigrants of illegal alien
Oh yeah.
otherizes people and does not show people as part of our human race. People come here because they want a better life for their kids. They're running away from violence. They're running away from so many things in Latin America.
Mhm.
So people also forget that when during this Congress,
Mhm.
when a bipartisan immigration bill was about to be passed as law, one person who called every single Republican and told them not to sign it was the Republican nominee.
Mhm.
And this bill was written by an Oklahoma Republican senator who was trying to come to the table with a compromise. So thinking that this one issue could determine who our next president is being disingenuous. It will take both parties, like in the early 2000s when George Bush was president, to try and come to the table and say, okay, what do we do with those people that are already here? Mass deportation is not possible. We can't manage the border. How are you going to go around the country and get millions of people and all of a sudden, how are you going to get them out? We have to discuss this thing as from the facts, not emotionally.
But you do agree something needs to be done about immigration, right? But you just don't know what.
100%. 100%.
Okay. 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 Um, is it say Pete? Sound out. You have some kind of echo. Are all your tabs closed? Can you hear me? Is it
Yeah, they're all closed.
okay? Okay, sound off.
Yeah, I can hear you. I just want to say, I just wanted to say that the Democrats don't want Kamala Harris run. They rather for that Gretchen lady from Michigan to run
Mhm.
and some other people. But there was a poll done and it showed that Kamala Harris was the best possible person to beat Donald Trump. but she's going to need a strong VP. Now, my personal bias is I like Cory Booker to run with her, but she would never pick Gavin Newsom. And Gavin Newsom doesn't want to run in 2024. He wants to wait until 2028. But then a lot of the American people don't want to be like uh, California, which they say is a liberal state, and that's what they get from Gavin Newsom. But if you want to really know about who the Democrats want to run, you need to. I'm the one that's saying you need to watch Martin Rowland
Oh,
because he breaks it down for you. And I believe I watched his show that came on either Saturday or either Friday that I saw it. And he breaks it down and tells you why the Democrats don't feel that um, Kamala Harris is a strong choice, but she is. And I believe she's the person that is going to fulfill what Joe had started. And so
I
I
don't
don't
know what's going
understand.
on, but your audio is very bad, and we're hearing every other word. Um,
Oh,
can you try to fix it and come back because we can't hear what you're saying, and we can tell you're passionate, but we just don't know what you're saying. Can you sign back in? Okay, can she hear me? I think there's a delay too. Uh, I'm coming to you, Deb, but I'm gonna.
okay. I think I should use my other phone.
Okay,
I
sign
hear
back in.
you.
Okay, sign back in so we can hear you. I'm going to you next, Al, and then Deb, I'm coming for you. Sound off, Al. What do you have to say about this?
I think I agree with some of what everybody said earlier. I
Mhm,
think that if we want this to work, everybody can't automatically start down in Kamala. And it's the reason that they chose Kamala because I believe when it comes down into the donations,
mhm.
because Biden is pulling out, they have to by default use Kamala because her name is on those donations. So they
Mm,
gotta follow the money.
mhm, mhm,
Um, I'm here for she has to find a strong VP because if we want this plan to roll out, we have to mirror what the Republicans are doing. Trump and his foolishness, and he grabbed a strong VP that can kind of gather his constituents and his base together, despite Trump's craziness. So he got someone to balance him out. So because there is, there may be a little dirt on Kamala's shoes or whatever, as long as she found like a right VP pick that can, how can I say, unify the Democrats, because
mhm.
that's all that needs to be done.
Yeah.
Democrats have way more numbers than the Republicans.
Mhm, mhm,
Like I think Emmanuel said earlier, Gen Z is a really big swing vote. Gen Z was mad at Biden because they just didn't forget that he just had all the asses with military and SWAT up there on them colleges and stuff. So they very hot about that when they was protesting. A lot of the
Yep.
country does not like how Biden handled the Israel and Palestine. So there is a lot of things that have turned people off with Biden per se, but because that the Democrats have done what the Republicans have failed to do, which is put the candidate behind them, which is what the Democrats has finally done. They put Biden behind them and put him to the side and put fresh meat out there to therefore kind of revive the base, get people excited again. The only thing they have to do now moving forward is just like what Kamala's been doing, because she's
mhm,
been very passionate about abortion. She sticks to that and she has a lot of women. We do know that there are some women who's going to against vote against what they should. We know that there's some women who's going to do that, but majority of women do not like how abortion has gone down in this country. So with Kamala still being passionate about that, she got that. When it comes to the policies are not is not going to what makes sense when it comes to going up against Trump because we just sat up here and seen him with a whole 90-minute speech live 25 times. And Trump is already an issue in itself because he was prepared to go against Biden. So them announcing Kamala now has really pulled the rug out of their feet. Could they have been planning something to kind of combat this year? Sure, but we really see how backwards Trump is. If the speech that Trump ripped up was supposed to be worse than the one he gave, I
mhm.
wanted to see what that original speech was because he can't even give us a speech without halfway falling asleep and stumbling over his words and being hypocritical in 90 minutes. You know, so they already feel like he hasn't changed. That is echoing throughout the Republicans. So they already eating their words when has Trump been a changed man, whoop de whoop blase blase. Kamala, even though she's not a lot of our favorite picks, and you guys know the slogan, "Where's Kamala?" That's been going around for like the last 3 years. I
Mhm.
think this will kind of do us some justice for her to actually have the spotlight shine on her, and now she's forced to kind of make a stance and forced to speak. Because I think that's what a lot of the issues was we seen her, but we don't really know where she's staying. And in the moments that she had to really shine and to speak out and to really, captivate us, she kind of, she played defense a little bit. She came out right after what's his name? Tim Scott. After Tim Scott said America wasn't racist, she came out and said America wasn't racist. So she's done like little things to make people not kind of like, okay, well, what is she going to do? Where is she at? So the only thing I think she's going to come through. I think she's going to come through with a silk press, but we have to stop. No, she's going to come through with a nasty silk press. She is. And for those that who pay attention to politics outside of America, France
Mhm.
just did the same thing with less timing and they won their election.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
All
we
right.
have other countries to look for. But then, and I want to speak on this migrant crisis as well, because I was seeing some of the chatter saying, like, what about America first? What about America first? When you really sit down and think about it, majority of America's agriculture labor is from migrants.
Okay.
America cannot afford to just, I can't say what I want to say. America can't afford to pee on and S on the migrant class because they keep this country afloat.
But let me push back a little bit, Al. Um, Me and Perry own property that we don't live in, and a lot of times they're empty. And anybody could just break into our house, which they were doing. We had a home in Virginia. This is one of the reasons we sold it. And then they have squatter rights. What is your like? We have to do something about immigration in a humane way. Do you agree?
Well, I don't think it's just migrants. I think that's the savviness of media. Media have made the migrants more of an issue than the people that are homeless here. Nobody didn't. If okay, so from what I've been looking, nobody really got set up with migrants until it started being pushed out that yes, they was busting them to other places and giving them money, which was bad for press, and then also bad in a sense. Okay, well, you guys are taking care of migrants without taking care of your own. So once that narrative got put into play, of course, that pissed Americans off. I can see that, but the bigger picture is migrants is not the real issue. The immigration issue is a manufacturing because they kept making it an issue. The same way they did with trans and everything else. If
I
you
get
keep
you.
speaking about something that's the
Right,
issue, of
right,
course, everybody's going to think something's wrong.
right, right.
Is immigration perfect in the country? No,
Mhm.
but we are working on it. And you have to give us space and time to work on it. But following up these fake manufactured issues that's not really issue like there's people all the way in, of course, like Ohio have busting states, but there's people in random states that are saying, "Oh my gosh, the migrants are selling drugs and raping our people." Like and the my like we're like it really upsets me because somebody said this earlier. They have found a way to dehumanize people coming from south of the border. When what about everybody else coming from any other country?
Right.
Like,
Now, Deb, you're a Trump voter, right?
Huh?
Are you voting
Oh
for Trump?
Oh the hell! I mean, no,
no,
sure. What?
I thought he was. I don't know. I'm sorry.
I've been
no.
in your whole chat saying I stand with Kamala.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
I would never in my life. I
What's-
would never.
I thought you said I get people mixed up. I've been talking about this for a minute.
No, what
Sorry,
I
I
said
do
is
apologize.
what I said was a no vote for Kamala is a yes to Trump.
Oh, okay. So
That's
what
what I
do you
said.
think? She's not a shoo-in right now. She has President Obama and Nancy Pelosi, but we got a whole party that needs to vote for her. So what are your thoughts? Do you think she's going to win the nomination?
My thought is this. I know that you kind of covered the Project 2025, and there's also Agenda 47. And I sent it to Perry. Like I did a video on it yesterday because like it's confusing for a lot of people. Like it was confusing to me. To me, it's a no-brainer. We can't as Democrats like be all over the place. We have to like pick the person and let's go. And to me, Kamala is the person to do it because she's been with Biden for these 4 years, so she knows the plan. She knows what's going down. She knows what needs to be done. She has the experience. And to me, it's crazy that we're so afraid of a black woman getting into that office. You know, even when it was Hillary.
I don't even think we're afraid. We're being real.
We're being real about what?
That she doesn't have the votes. I know people say stop talking about it, but it's true. They want Gavin Newsom.
But that's not what people because a lot of us are not really into politics like that. Because I'm really not either. But my thing is, people that are really not, they just don't want a woman in the office.
Right.
And if I could say, Trump never won off popularity alone. He's never been popular. So it's not like she's going against a big bad wolf. He's always lost to popular. So he's not popular whatsoever.
I'm gonna come back to you, Deb, because the line. East, sound off really quickly.
All right, it's my first time calling up. I just want to say, at the end of the day, what differences we have, at the end of the day, we are a black family. So regardless of whether you are Democrat, Republican, wherever you're from. So I am not Republican. I am not Democrat either, but I fully endorse Donald Trump. And I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Because regardless of, Trump is an a-hole, but regardless of that, when Trump was in office, I had more money in my pocket and more business flowing than when he wasn't in office. As soon as your boy came in office, all hell broke loose. And as far as the brother that said, I think he said something along the lines of migrants are helping to keep the country up. Sir, that's foundational Black Americans keeping the country up. This country is kept up because of people that are us, not people that are coming over here. We keep the country up. We built the country.
Let me let Deb respond. What do you have to say to what he's saying, Deb?
That's true. Like, I mean, we built this country. Black people did and we were brought over here unwillingly.
Not immigrants. And we weren't migrants either. We didn't come over here in Mercedes Benzes. We came over here forced against our will, not migrants.
I'm
go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off, but go ahead, because I'm in a cooking mood today. Go ahead.
I'm agreeing with that, but we have to also look at the fact that Black women have also built this country. You can't even deny that.
I haven't denied that. My problem is the brother said migrants. He said migrants are the majority of the reason this country is up. And I say that's completely false. African Americans are the reason why this country is up.
Let me ask you a question, East.
I could respond because you're speaking to something what I was saying.
Yeah, that was
what I said specifically is in regards to the agricultural workforce. Now, taking it to a higher level, all minorities are what's keeping this country afloat. America has never been a country that was built off of just the people in America. It wasn't. We was taken illegally, and everybody else that came over here legally is what keeps this country standing. So if we follow the Republicans and get rid of migrants, it's not just going to stop with them because they're coming after us too. They're trying to end citizenship for anybody. They're trying to end natural born rights. So the pitting of us against migrants
and that's in Project 2025.
Yeah.
Can I ask you one question? Where are your parents from? Where are your parents from, brother?
Out of here.
East, hold on, East. I want to ask you a question.
Sure.
Does it bother you that Trump has been sued in the past for not renting to Black people?
There's no proof of that. I'll tell you what bothers me though. What bothers me is a president that says, if you don't vote for me, you're not Black. Who the F do you think you are to tell me I'm not Black because I choose not to vote for somebody that sleep all day? I do not choose to vote for a president that said he didn't want his children growing up in a racial jungle. Your
And we just
president
had
said
Trump,
that,
and we just
and I
had
will
Trump
quote
say the
that.
Mexicans are
Oh,
coming
hold
over
on, hold
taking
on,
over
hold on,
black
Al.
jobs.
Al, let him
I'm
finish.
not concerned about Mexicans. I'm talking about us. That's the problem. We keep trying to include everybody, and then we're the ones that get nothing out of it. I'm telling black people, you have two options: either vote Trump or just stay out of it and look out for ourselves. Because
Well,
neither
you say
party,
that
if you want to be technical, neither party gives a crap about us.
right
But at
now.
least
That
when
part,
Trump was in office, I had money.
But there's
okay,
one
that
that's trying to
part I
take
can
us.
agree
There's
with a
one
little
that's trying
bit.
to take
Like
us
I
way
said,
back.
Hold on, Deb. Let Perry answer. I
look,
don't want to
I say this at
on
the
him.
end of the day, I agree with you. Democrat, Republican, they all politicians. So you can just go under the D or the R and just pick one and go whatever. But I'm gonna go back and say what you said. Now, Biden, like I said, I think we voted for him. We needed somebody to beat Trump. And not so much we loved them that much, but when you saying that you had more money with Trump, you did. But you also had COVID,
Trump
right?
didn't create that.
No. Well, no,
He
okay.
didn't create that.
Okay,
So,
right.
so it's Trump's fault
Okay,
that
okay.
COVID came into America?
So do you think Biden created our recession or whatever we're going through? So
Yes,
I'm just saying, on one hand,
absolutely.
no. The shit was already going when he came into the office.
Actually, the country was better. Gas was $2.99. Now look at it. I live in the state of New York, brother.
If
I
your
don't know
house
where you
burned
live at.
down and you got to repair it, it was whole before the fire. After that, it burned down. Then somebody had to come up. Yeah, it's consequences. What I'm saying is, financially, yeah, I would like to have more money. But look overall, like this Prop 2025 and all that stuff. These people, in my opinion, want to take us back to slavery and beyond.
We using that argument. I didn't. I'm glad you said
Let
that.
him respond.
Go
Let him
ahead.
respond.
Go ahead. Finish. Let me finish.
You.
Oh yeah, no,
Go
I'm
ahead.
finished.
Go ahead, East.
I'm gonna slay that with a sword. Go ahead.
I'm finished.
Go ahead, East. Respond to that.
Okay. You just said that want to take us back to slavery. So was Trump taking us back to slavery when he endorsed Jesse Jackson himself? Gave him money for his campaign? Was he racist then? Was he racist when he went over to Sweden and told them, if you don't get ASAP Rocky out of jail, I'm going to sanction you? Was he racist when he got LeVar Ball's kids out of jail over there across sea? Was he
Perry,
racist then?
Answer the
Was he
question. Perry.
racist? Was he racist when he sent all the
But I can tell
National
you who was
Guards?
racist.
I
Your
mean,
boy
Black
Joe
Lives.
Biden.
Hold on, you guys, one at a time.
Biden gave a
No.
eulogy at a Klan
Let me
funeral.
ask you, was he racist? Was he racist when he sent the National Guards to only the Black riots?
When did he do that? Of course it needed to be done. Look what was going on.
Okay, come on, bro.
Look what was going on.
No.
Brother.
Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. We both black. And we
Okay.
sit there talking about the same thing. Trump ain't the answer. Just for me.
Kamala Harris ain't either. And she ain't, and let's stop that. Let's stop this right now. Kamala Harris is not black. She is not a black woman. She's Indian, what she always claimed to be. She's black when she needs your vote. And then when she gets your vote and gets in office, she gonna say, the hell with you Negroes, I'm back to Indian again. I guarantee you. Ain't nothing black about her.
And Trump said a lot.
What'd he say?
Have you read the Product 2025 and the Agenda 47?
All right, let me let
Have
you
you
two
showed
calm down.
anything that Trump is racist about?
Hold on, let me let you two.
I showed you things that Joe Biden has said, and I can pull
brother,
those sources.
brother, with all due respect, I mean, I know a lot of people get into that shit. I made more money. I did this. But look, then you want to overlook COVID. No, did he create it? No, he didn't. But it was on his watch. Now, when Biden have bad economy on his watch, then now you want to blame him for that. Now, I'm not a Joe supporter like
I ain't blame Joe Biden.
No. Basically, you said that you was better off. We need a change. And have you seen Prop 2025?
I'm talking about the change that we haven't seen since Biden's been in office. You're
Have you
talking
seen
about
Agenda
projects.
27?
I'm talking about all the minorities who are taking your tax dollar because your president is doing more for them than he's doing for us.
Are we talking
That's
about?
what I'm talking about.
Okay, so on one hand, you want to talk about.
So when they bring the immigrants over here, just remember they're giving more to you than they're giving to us, and you're paying for it.
All right, East,
Yeah, we
you
fixed
got to
all
let
that.
Perry finish. Go ahead, Perry.
You
So we
finish.
hear
My apologies. At the end of the day, you my brother. You go ahead. You got it, brother.
No, I'm just saying this, brother. For real. Look, are we talking about the past or the future? Right now, we talking about the vote coming up in November. How are we trying to move forward? You want more money in your pocket? I want blacks to have more freedoms. I want women to have more rights. And this Prop 2025, now Trump,
The nigga will lie.
Perry,
okay,
Perry.
just to keep it real.
And Agenda 47, Perry.
And on both sides, let's keep it, on the table. Both sides would lie for your vote. That's why he's coming out here endorsing these broke ass rappers, promising to release them because he want to get to black people and make it seem like that. Trump, do you seriously think Trump cared more about blacks than Biden or anybody else?
I think neither one. Can I answer that question?
Yeah,
Like,
please.
were you asking me that question to get an answer?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. No sweat. No, Trump does not give a damn about blacks, and neither does Joe Biden or Kamala Harris, who's a so-called black, the one that was smoking weed with listening to Tupac and then Snoop in the 80s. Yeah, sure. Listen, bottom line is this. I tell black people you have two options. Either vote for Trump or just stay out of it. Because at the end of the day, if we stay out of it, we need to be gathering together ourselves.
I mean,
I have
but
something to
stay
say,
out of it.
Sherelle, whenever you're
That's not
ready.
true.
Stay out of it.
Yeah, I feel like we're neither one of us need. Okay,
How do you
Trump.
stay?
You know what Trump's plan is? You know what Trump's plan is for black people?
Yeah,
Nothing.
he has a whole.
No,
He has a.
I
He has a
answered
whole
it for you.
document on his
Nothing.
website about
And guess
his
what Joe
plan.
Biden's plan is for black people? Nothing.
All right,
Trump has a whole document on his website for what his plan is for black people, and you can go and read it.
And again, when he got in office, he did nothing but everything for Latinos and everybody else, and you were left out.
Hold on, let me let Deb. What is this Agency 45? Something you're talking about? What is that?
47.
So it's Agenda 47. It's a watered down version of Project 2025, and this is why Trump is going on saying, "Oh, I don't support 2020 Project 2025 because he has Agenda 47." And it's a watered down version of it. It's on his website. You can go and read it. And literally, it's the same thing. It's just like watered down versions. What Trump is doing is like he's trying to bait black people, like everything that he just named. Oh, he let people out of jail. Yeah, because if I get some black people, then guess what? Some of them will come over here. It's not because he cares about us. It's because he wants black people to come over to his side and say, you know what, Trump did do this. It's not because Trump cares about any of us. And he wouldn't pardon these people or let them go because he needs to pardon for himself for this thing that he's in trouble for now. So when he goes to court, now he's like, well, you know what? I did this for these people. Vote for me and help me get out of the problems that I'm in. But the problem is this: once he gets in there, we have he's literally trying to take out the FBI. He's trying to take out everything, anything that Trump does when he gets in office. We can't do nothing about it. If
hold it right there because I don't want to forget. East, I'm not trying to pick on you. You're the only Republican on the stage.
I never said I was Republican. I said I'm not Republican nor Democrat. I just support voting for Trump or staying out of the race.
Does it bother you that what was the Capitol last time when he didn't win? Does that bother you? Does it bother you that he is a convicted felon?
Where is he convicted at? He still can run. Just like if Joe Biden was a convicted felon, he can run too.
Yeah, but I asked you, did it bother you?
Doesn't bother me at all.
Let him talk.
You know what? Like I said, you know what bothers me? When I have a president that says he didn't want his children growing up in a racial jungle. Your president said that. And who do you think he was talking to? That's what I have a problem with. See, at least with Trump, let me answer this. At least with Trump, you get I guess he is probably a racist. Let's play the game. Let's play the race card. Let's play the game. He's a racist, right? At least he's a racist out in public with it. Trump, what Biden does. That's
not what I'm asking you.
What Biden does is he does his racism behind the dark.
But Biden's not getting sued every month. Does that bother you?
I don't care about him getting sued. I care about getting results. That's what I care about.
It doesn't bother you that women are saying.
No. What bothers me is somebody telling me that if I don't vote for them, I'm not black. That's what bothers me. Who are you to tell me? Who are you to tell me who to vote for? And if I don't vote for you, I'm not black. So you revoke my black card. A white man has the right to revoke my black card because I
But
choose not to vote for him.
other
I have
Does
felons,
some
that
thoughts,
does
Jarrell.
that bother you?
Okay.
Does that bother you that a president gave
So
a eulogy at a Klan rally? Someone named Joe Biden. Does that bother you?
okay, do it bother you when Trump said black jobs? I mean, because I get what you're saying when
Elaborate.
you bringing up things racial that Biden said. When he said he's gonna take
Elaborate.
all the black jobs, can you clarify that? Did that upset you?
You clarified. You brought it up. I'm trying to figure out when he said that.
And the
Let me
no,
statement
ask you. Let me ask you this: does it
he
bother
said
you
it
that he's
not
trying
too long
to
ago.
eliminate the Department of Education for our black kids? Does it bother you that
Where's the proof
that
of
he's trying?
that?
What?
it's
Where's
in
the proof of
project.
that?
It's in
It's on
project.
his website. You can go and read it. It's
It's
in
in
Project
project.
Show me. I'm
2025,
on the
and
computer right now. I
it's
want
in
to look
Project
that up.
2025. It's also in Agenda 47. They're trying to eliminate the Department of Education. So that means all the tier 2 or the tier 1 kids who go to school for free will now be able to go to school. He's also trying to take away women's rights of whether they want to have a baby or not. Like, there's so much in these documents that are online that you can read for yourself.
Okay,
And
let's see. Agenda
we can
25,
stay
you
on the
said?
kids because
Agenda 47.
47.
Yeah.
All right, let's everybody simmer down. Let me let Al speak. He's been quiet. Sound off, Al.
yeah, because we can really keep it on the kids. Because what do you think this whole voucher program is? The voucher program is nothing but an elaborate way to funnel money from the public education, which is already bad, into private schools. That's already something that's been in works. Project 2025 is not something that's coming, it's already here. Look at Tennessee, look at Florida, look at Texas. They have been passing legislation. My state alone, I'm in South Carolina. I got Lindsey Graham, who's a homosexual, but we'll never talk about that. I have Lindsey Graham and I have Tim Scott. These policies have already been voting and are in place. We're just getting a precursor as to what's coming on the next episode or the next season. So,
Facts.
yeah, and I understand if you for our people, you for our people. But you can't in one breath nitpick the racist stuff Biden has said, and then be oblivious to the actions and the words that Trump has said. I'm not
All right.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of both parties either, but the devil you know is better than the devil that you don't know.
And
And
that's
they're
why it's best
planning
to
to
get Trump in there.
eliminate, let me
And
finish.
that's
They're
why it's
planning
best to
to
get Trump in there.
eliminate a
Let,
lot of our institutions and our systems. And I get, yes, I get it that debate is there because we live in a racist, institutionalized society. Granted, I want us to do away with them either, but if it's coming at the Republicans saying we're going to do away with them, I'm sure as hell not running to see what they coming to build up behind it because I already know it's nothing in place for me. A man just sat up here and said you should go against these people because they taking away your jobs while he's actually
Facts.
working.
Facts.
No, let me finish.
Facts.
Let me
Go
finish
ahead,
because
finish.
he's
let him
actively
I
finish.
can't wait. I
working.
can't wait for that. Go ahead.
He's
You got it.
actively working to take away the overtime payment for federal workers. That's the whole thing that be killing me when it comes to the vote for Trump because what he says and does never aligns. Yes, he cherry picks black people to free out of certain situations, but what he does for 15, 20, 100 black people is not going to is not going to be a resolution for how he hurts us tremendously as a community and the rest of the world. We just seen how SCOTUS basically said, if you're president, you have unlimited power beyond certain things, and then they're going to give it to local judges to figure that out. You guys want to know when the last time we seen that shit in hip? So you guys want to know when the last time we seen that mess in history? Just before Adolf Hitler took place, the government sat there and said a leader that takes place it should not be held accountable for what they did. We seen that in 1934, and we're seeing it again because they're hoping that he gets presidents again. They wasn't ready for it last time, but they making sure that they're ready for it this time. And it's not just Trump, because that's what I want you to understand. They're preparing for anybody else that comes behind Trump. Even
Very
if he
true.
don't get this election, it's the administration. They're making sure that everybody is on game. So even if Trump don't win this, the next time they get a Republican in there, they're going to make sure who's somebody who's going to finish carrying out what they're
Mhm.
already doing. And
Very true.
that's the thing that y'all don't get because y'all just sold on Trump, 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 Trump. They waiting for his ass to get free because they
Mhm.
don't like him. They damn so, but they can't get rid of him because he's what's helped revital. He's what's helped revising their base and giving them the popularity and giving them the support that they need. So they need that mascot.
True.
Let me, Gary, sound off for us. Start bringing up other people.
Oh yeah, no, I was just gonna just respond to. He said, well, when you said that he had been convicted, he said where? In court. The 34 criminal, charges. So I'm just saying, like a lot of things, and let's keep it real. Me and you both black. You know that man a rapist. He don't said it himself. You don't quote it Biden words. He said he just grabbed him by the look. All the wives, pretty much, has been imported, but then he want to
I can't
stop
wait to respond. Go ahead.
minorities from coming over, but he can go and import a wife and get his freak on.
I
Like,
can't wait to respond to that.
but you can respond, brother. I'm just
Can't
saying,
wait.
don't down one. And when you saying you're not Democrat or Republican, I think that could be half the problem because politics is politics. Maybe we shouldn't have two parties. It should just be people running. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that could help. I'm not sure. But that's why we're here to discuss these things. But this project 2025 and this agenda 47 and stuff like that, that you sitting here going off Trump, Trump, Trump. If you don't vote for Trump, don't vote at all. Well, not voting is voting for Trump. So it sounds like you got one agenda.
True,
Go ahead.
true, true.
Well, let him respond. Let him respond. Nobody
Okay.
say anything. Please let him respond. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Again, I'd like to thank you guys for having me on the panel.
Yeah.
As I mentioned before, I appreciate that. But I'm telling you right now, somebody just put in the comments Central Park 5. Remember that? And I agree with that. But what I also remember is 94 crime bill, where your boy Joe Biden signed off on mass incarcerating thousands upon thousands of black men in jail for trumped up charges. No pun intended on the word Trump. But anyway, but I guess we're gonna forget about that because Donald Trump's the big bad racist. Yeah, he talks racism, but Joe Biden walks the walk. I didn't see Trump. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Trump still wants those boys in jail though.
You said they both
Till this day.
doing nothing for blacks. You said
Yeah,
both.
he said those words that he said, but like I said, he talks the talk. Okay, cool. Your boy Joe Biden walks the walk. I remember a 94 crime bill, like I said, where these brothers got mass incarcerated with trumped up charges, drug charges, things that could have been a year or two. They got 10, 20 years for because of your boy Joe Biden that Bill Clinton signed off on.
But those
nobody wants to talk about that.
Were exonerated, and Trump still doesn't. He still believes they should be in jail, even though the lady said that it wasn't true.
Say that again.
The boys from Central Park 5 were exonerated, and Trump still feels till this day that they still should be in jail.
Oh no, I agree. Trump should apologize for what he said.
Doubling down on it and still saying they should still be in jail.
And Trump should apologize for what he said. I never said he was great. What I'm saying is this.
Exonerated.
But what is Joe Biden going to apologize for locking all those black men up? Huh? Right. When is he going to apologize for that? When is he going to apologize for letting all these immigrants in here that are taking it out of your tax dollars? They over here getting, hey, listen, I live in New York. I don't know where y'all live at. Respect to where y'all live at. But I live in New York.
In your state, in New York, in Harlem.
Hold on, Sharon. Let him finish really quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you cook. You know.
Harlem, do you know that in your state of New York?
Go ahead. You know what? Let her get the floor. She got it. She ain't gonna let me speak. Okay. Go ahead. You got it.
Sharon, you got it, sis.
No, she got it. Okay. No, don't worry about it. She got it.
Go ahead, Sharon.
Do you know in your home state of New York and Harlem that they will not let black people rent apartments in Harlem?
I do know that. And you know why? Because they're going to give those apartments to those immigrants that are coming over here. That's why I'm out here. Sister, I'm out here, sister. I'm out here. I'm out here. You're not.
European.
I'm out here. You're not. That's why the Democrats are letting all these immigrants in here so they can get that vote and get you Negroes out. Because once they get their vote, they have no need for you.
East,
You better wake up.
you gotta let her finish her statement. Y'all
Go ahead.
getting real
Go ahead.
passionate.
You got it.
Go ahead, Sharon.
See, in the Dixie Democrats, there are no more Dixie Democrats. Do you know that?
What's a Dixie Democrat?
The Dixie Democrats used to be part of, some of them used to be a part of the Ku Klux Klan.
Mm.
Mm.
No, I didn't know that.
Not a whole lot of them. Yes. And back in 1976, yes, Donald Trump and his father would not let Black people rent their apartments. And they were taken to court and they were found guilty.
Well, it's at this point we're at a turning in a different direction. Kamala's going to be asking for their nomination. She's not voted in yet. That'll
Right.
happen on August 19th.
She'll be pandering.
You think they'll vote her in?
They should vote her in because of the money.
But right now, I'm sure she'll be doing her campaigning and stuff like that. We got a lot going on. That's why I appreciate this conversation where we're all talking but have different opinions. Hi, Sebastian. Thank you for becoming a member again. Sherelle, he has had his say. He should go to Fox. Y'all are messy. Listen, we all need to be able to have decent conversations with people that don't believe in the same thing that we don't believe in. And I appreciate you coming up, East, because like I said, you're the only Trump supporter in this panel that would come up and speak your views. Hold on, Sebastian. I'll do that. I'm trying to let everybody talk.
Yeah, no, I mean, because I don't have a problem with. I mean, because my partner support Trump.
Yeah.
My best friend, right? But me and him have our disagreement. But at the end of the day, I think even while he's supporting Trump, we're still Black, and in his mind, he's still wanting what's best for Blacks. But he tell me I'm missing things. I'm telling him he's missing things. So when he speak these things, I'm just saying I don't trust none of the politicians. But sometimes I got to vote for the less evil.
All right.
You know?
The one thing that
And you think
people
Joe
are
Biden's the
forgetting
less
was
evil?
we had a pandemic. Everything was low in the pandemic, correct?
Right.
And now, when everything opened up, prices went up, food went up, gas went up. Biden is trying to bring it down, and it's slowly coming down. And it was because of the pandemic is the reason why interest rates went up on homes. Now they're slowly coming back down. Don't forget about that.
Sebastian, you wanted to jump in. Go ahead.
Okay. My political views make both sides go crazy. So we may see some unification here on this panel tonight. Okay. Number one, I'm going to say this. Biden is too little too late now that he dropped out. Because we've been knew the man was senile for a very long time. And they should have allowed primaries so people could have registered Democrats could have democratically picked someone to be on the ticket.
Mm-hmm.
And they also need a policy in place for this should never happen again if a president.
This should not happen again. Absolutely not.
Yeah, go ahead.
And this is where I'm going to continue saying what I'm saying. They say Donald J. Trump is a danger to democracy. Some people can agree with that. Some things I can agree to that statement, but some I don't. But they did not even follow democracy within their own party. So this is going to be a multifaceted thing. Now, when we get to the Republicans, I don't expect change from them. This is what they've always been. They've always supported these quote unquote policies. Well, they've now changed their platform and everything. So I don't really expect change or anything from them. But together with these both two parties, I don't believe in this two-party system. I personally believe that the American people need to revolt. and get rid of both of these two-party systems. Because at the end of the day, these are the two parties that have been ruling this country
Get
for
rid of the two parties and then what?
have multiple parties. We don't need just these two parties. They have
Okay.
not done sugar honey iced tea. All they've done is divide the country. People can't even have a conversation. If like God forbid you say something bad about Biden and you're not even a Trump supporter, you just say something bad about Biden, they automatically assume you're a Trump supporter. You say something bad about Trump, these conservatives start go crazy and start attacking you and everything. Both of this two-party system will lead to the collapse of the United States. We have better things to be worrying about than these two parties. But meanwhile, other countries, children are learning mathematics, quantum physics, and many important things. And we have to stand up here and allow these two parties to clown the American people. Democrats campaign on immigration. They always say they're going to do something for immigrants. They're always going to do something. They don't. Trust me, I'm a child of immigrants. They use immigration as a tool. Republicans like to say they're going to deport immigrants, but the facts are the facts. And I'm going to say something, and this may upset a lot of people. Barack Hussein Obama deported way more people than Donald Trump did.
That's facts.
Okay.
But
Sebastian.
What
it's
you
a
don't
fact.
understand
Search
is
it
we
up.
do have a
It's
three-party
true. It's
system.
true. The thing is, the real issues that we're facing right now in this country, no one wants to address them. No one. We are having a literacy crisis. Children cannot read at certain levels anymore. Children cannot. And then now we just focus on these stupid things. Both parties do it. And it's making me annoyed, which is why I'm going to say another thing right now. And people are going to scream at me. And Sherelle, you're probably going to drag me too. I'm not voting. I'm not. I'm not. And I don't blame anyone else that doesn't want to.
Why let somebody else make the decision for you? Why not vote your heart?
Maybe he's doing that way. In the aftermath, he could say, "Well, I didn't pick no one."
Let him answer. Why let somebody else?
Because I'm seeing that there's even if I did. Oh, the thing is, yes, I would vote in my state elections. I vote in my state elections every time because every year the state of New York there's elections for something. I vote in those local elections. Absolutely. I live in New York. New York is not going to change anything. If I vote red, if I vote for Republicans, it's not going to make any difference. If I vote for Democrats, it's not going to make a difference because it's a solid blue state.
I don't know what race you are.
I am black, Sherelle. How do you not know this?
I just don't know. I don't. But people lost their lives over voting.
I agree. People lost their lives over voting, but you know what? People lost their lives to make sure that for voting, but we need fair voting, and we don't have fair voting in this country. And I don't support either of these political parties, the Democrats or Republicans. I'm a registered independent. They don't do sugar honey iced tea for me. And I live in New York. The Democrats have had the state for many years and it's still trashy. There's still issues going on. These kids are finishing school and not reading.
Sebastian, my suggestion is you do your homework and you research our history. I don't think you really understand our history.
I know my history. My thing is that I know the history very well. I'm from New York. We have, despite us having bad education and stuff, and those, well, we don't have bad education.
No,
Despite us
you
having low
don't.
literacy
You really
rates.
don't understand our history.
Hold on, Sharon. Let him finish.
I'm sorry, Sebastian. Can I piggyback off of what you said?
Y'all, I'll have to piggyback real soon.
I'm going to piggyback in 10 seconds because you said something that hit home, that we need to abandon both parties need to be abandoned. I call for black people to abandon both parties because neither party has done nothing. If we're gonna just put it out there, let's put it out there. Neither party has done nothing.
Your people died for you to vote,
and you know what? And guess what? Malcolm X also said that if nobody's doing nothing for your vote, then hold your vote. Let's use both, and you're gonna do that.
I'm not telling
Malcolm X said that. We want to go back and talk Black history. Let's talk Black history.
And
Malcolm X said himself that if you're not getting what you want as people, to hold your vote, keep your vote. So let's not use one and not use the other.
But you don't support Trump, but you're not gonna hold your vote. You're gonna vote for Trump, or then you'll hold your vote. So,
yeah, I have two options because my ancestors, our elders, fought for our right to vote. My other ancestor, an elder, Malcolm X, also said that if it's not working for you as a black person, you have the right to also
Right.
Don't tell people that because you're not holding your vote. And if you don't vote,
And I have that option.
Right. They
I
do.
will
Yeah.
hope you would vote. Let me put it there. Everybody needs to vote. I'm not telling you who to vote for, but it's a privilege that people lost their lives over, and you should vote. You have
I
to
agree. I agree with your statement. I'm not telling people to not vote. Y'all can vote. It's just I won't do it. My family does come
Do
from
you
a
understand that
country
Black
that
people used to vote Republican until Teddy Roosevelt
well, I'm not talking about
was in
Republicans or
office?
Democrats. Well, my conversation here is not really Republicans or Democrat. My conversation is we have real world issues in this country, and neither Democrats or Republicans are going to fix those issues. That's what I'm
All right.
basically
So,
talking about.
Sebastian, I let you come up to speak because I saw you in the chat say drop the link. What do you have to say before I end this? Because we have to.
Oh, I'm going to say this, and it may hurt.
Uh-oh.
You know I don't behave when I come here. Yes, Biden did drop out and he endorsed Kamala, which was supposed to be expected, but I'm going to say something. Kamala is not a good person to replace him due to many reasons,
Give me
such
one.
as her prosecution in the state of California, which has incarcerated Black men and Black people at very high rates. So I don't at this point, Sherelle, I'm done with
I
this
understand what
two-party
you're saying.
system.
I
We
get
need to check out these people, young people, my generation, Generation Z, the non-geriatric generation. We will bring change to this country. We will bring change to this country. We will bring change to this country, and we will abolish the two-party system one day. And everyone else, we can just laugh in their faces. Hashtag
All
Gen
right.
Z impact. We have the power, and we will make this country great.
All right. Listen, we got to go, but we should have Duke It Out Sundays.
Then people of your generation should run for office.
Well, we do, but the thing is, the geriatric Democrats and geriatric Republicans stop us from allowing us to go
That's
further.
true. It's all about power. It's all about power. That's true.
And get out there and make change and stop making excuses.
Well, the thing is, a lot of the Democrats and Republicans, they're the ones who've done so much excuses for themselves. Most of them insider trade in Congress. Most of them do all these crazy things and get away with it.
Amen.
And they have the backings of the geriatric groups. This is how Joe
The
Biden
Trump
stood up
Republicans
here
are
and
trying
allowed
to
this.
erase our history.
Well, listen,
Do you know what the Divine Nine are?
They
we
have
are
the
one of the most
That's
educated
what the
generation.
Democrats are doing. The Democrats are trying to erase our history by bringing everybody over here and letting them benefit more than you.
Well,
You
listen,
that built the
let me
country.
talk about this immigration thing. Okay,
I mean,
you
'cause-
cannot
No, it's
say
the Trump Republicans that are trying to erase our history.
Hold
They're trying to get
he has said it too many times. He's saying that Biden just letting all the undocumented people come over and take the jobs. And I'm sure you remember this.
I will build a great, great wall.
Amen.
Border, and I
Well,
will
listen
have
to it.
Mexico pay for that wall.
They ain't paid for shit.
The nigga will lie.
Perry, we gotta go. It's
Okay,
1 o'clock.
yeah, we got to go.
Like, oh my God. All right, you guys, we will talk about this. I'm gonna have politics Sundays because we need a place where
We
people
can just
can
talk
voice
about
their
it.
opinion.
Yeah, it's a good thing. I mean, and we're not on the panel saying we know the answers. We just discussing what's going on. So we do appreciate you coming up.
We do.
I do. I mean, because we need to hear both sides of the whole thing.
And at the end of the day, man, it's Black family first. So, I mean, thank you for having me. God bless you all. And I appreciate you for having me. Thank you.
All right, brother.
Thank you, guys. Okay, so you guys know me and Perry are really busy. We're still working on the house, so we should have left an hour ago. So thank you, guys. Oh, thank you, Eric. You didn't have to do that. We'll talk politics next Sunday because it's going to be a lot to talk about because a lot's going to happen this week. They might not vote. Oh, I'm not going to say it. Never mind. We'll see who's going to be the Democratic.
At least going forward, during this week, we'll have a better chance to have a good discussion Sunday.
Yeah. All right, you guys, thank you for listening. Thank you, Sebastian, for coming up. Thank everyone in the audience. Thank you so much, Eric. You didn't have to do that, but I really appreciate it. Perry, please take us out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
We'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye.
Bye.
Don't mind me. I'm a